because you've always been a real one. And so we, as a community, we appreciate you, and you should be, if anything, one of the first people to speak, because when people aren't looking, you're still working for us. And I do want to say this, and this is, I mean, Tez, I know you said one thing. You said, "Hey, you know, you sit next to a big dog. You sit next to a big dog." But out of that whole stage right there, if Trump wins, only one of y'all going to the White House, and that's Michaela right there. And so we got to be honest on what we got to know. We have to know. No, what I'm saying is, hold on. Out of the whole crowd, only one person. Hold on, let me just.
Gotta listen to each other. Let's hear.
Go ahead, brother.
And this is why.
Hold on, go back.
But out of that whole stage right there, if Trump wins, only one of y'all going to the White House, and that's Michaela right there. And so we got to be honest on what we got to know.
I love it. Hey, he called them out, my nigga, bro. He said, let's be honest, bro. If Trump wins, y'all all gonna sit in the house bitter as hell. Quit playing like y'all out here giving a biased perspective when you know damn well if Trump loses, you gonna be hipping and hollering. But if he wins, y'all gonna be in the crib, gruntle face, not wanting to show up, and only one person on that panel gonna show up. No, bro, bro, say it again.
But out of that whole stage right there, if Trump wins, only one of y'all going to the White House, and that's Michaela right there. And so we got to be honest on what we got to know. We have to know. No, what I'm saying is, hold on. Out of the whole crowd, only one person. Hold on, let me just.
Gotta listen to each other. Let's hear.
Go ahead, brother.
And this is why the black people. And when it comes down to
finish your comment, baby.
When it comes down to a divide,
focus on the.
Can he finish? Like he's focused. He's giving you his question. You're telling him to focus on his question. That's crazy.
It comes down to a divide in our community. This is why, because we're talking about everybody being so politically correct instead of in 4 years, what are we going to get? You mentioned chaos. Black people have been in chaos way before this debate ever started.
Facts.
We're in chaos in the homeless shelters.
Facts.
We're in chaos when it comes to the Department of Labor. We're in chaos. The fact that Jock has to bring out laptops for the kids because there's not enough resources in our community. Right. And so when we have a sister with a different opinion than ours, it's about giving that respect. The fact that...
Hold on, wait a minute. I got to... Wait, no, you're not... No, I'm going to stop you because you're going on and on. And this sister here is the one that invited this sister. So if I did not respect this sister, she wouldn't be sitting here. You're going to put some respect on that. We're not going to sit up here. No, you can get frustrated and look down and all of that. Relax. Well, we got to make sure we're very clear. This platform was designed to bring this sister here. So if there was no respect for this sister, she wouldn't be here. So let's make sure we're using the right context, brother. I don't mind you making the point about one sister going. This is the only sister on this stage that want to go. So let's also make that clear.
But okay, then you just admitted that bro was right and he touched on something real. You can't stop him after he said, oh, well, hold on, I just invited him. I'm like, here, and you should get off that point even though you're right. I invited her here, so even though you're right, I want you to shut you up. It's like, you just admitted this man was right, and now you're arguing with him? Or, I don't know, not arguing, but you're kind of snapping at him.
Because I don't work in no White House. So I want to be clear about that. Everybody ain't trying to get a job in the White House. You can continue, but let's not act like she's not respected because she is. We just have a difference of opinion.
So when people are yelling about who's a big dog.
I am a big dog.
And what I'm saying is,
I'm a big dog.
Out of this whole stage, only one person.
I'm sorry, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for black women to be acting like that. Like, I'm a big dog. I'm like, bro, what? You're a big dog? Like, just calm your ass down, okay?
Standing on the stage with a presidential
and
candidate.
only one person on this stage flipped Michigan, and only one person on this stage organized over 2,000 people every year. Only one person was the racial justice director for Bernie Sanders. Only one, because remember, you don't want to do resumes because the sister already said she don't have no resume. So you might want to.
And now you're throwing disrespectful shots at the guest that you said you brought on. So now, not only did you disrupt this man in his point, just to make a point to pretty much prove that he's right, and then you're gonna go ahead and throw shots at the young lady. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, she's crashing out right now.
Yeah, you did. You said you don't have like the rest of ain't but one sister the senior public policy advisor for Ben Crump. Let's go on to the next. Ain't but one sister signed the front of the check for 1,000 people. Oh, baby, I know you don't want to start doing the only sister. I know you don't want to start doing the only sister receipts because ain't but one sister served in the United States Air Force. Let's go on to the next person because I don't like the passive aggressive diss because I run these receipts down.
Sweetheart, you just went on a tangent. You didn't even let him finish his point. You just went off on a complete temper tantrum. and didn't let this man finish his point. And I hate this in the black community. Us black men got to stop letting black women do this. Bro should have said, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm talking. I'm about to finish my sentence. I'm about to walk the fuck off. Whoever steps about to get knocked out. And I'd have finished my sentence and walk the fuck off. You're not about to tell me to shut the fuck up. Like, like, bro, grow some fucking nuts, black men. Like, bro, why are we letting our black women talk to us like this? This is crazy.
So let's go on, because ain't but one sister served this country on this here panel.
4 years from now, black people have to decide what they're going to get at the end of the year.
Keep going, dog.
And we're dealing with the disrespect right here. 4 years. What are black people going to get at the?
Because you heard us say she don't have the resume that I got. So go on to the next sister. I'm not gonna handle your passive aggressive distance, baby. I'll run these receipts down on you. I'll run these receipts down on you.
That's crazy. So now you're arguing with her. She's correcting herself. And she's like, yo, hold on. I said I didn't have the resume he had. I probably got the resume you got. Chill out. So she's damn near speaking out the side of her neck. She got mad at dude for saying something factual that she damn near proved herself. Like, oh, well, you're saying that, oh, only she would go, and you're right. None of us is going to go. Only her. Only she want to go. So he was right about his first statement. And then you want to go off on a tangent about, like, what? Oh, how you brought her here, how you have the best resume. I'm big dog. I'm like, all right. And this is that masculine black woman that they be talking about, bro.
Talking to a whole veteran.
We can't.
So, baby, ain't nobody impressed about working in no White House. I done turned it down. Ain't but one sister on here that on Fox News. Ain't but one that do 100 hits on Fox News. They don't call this sister. They call me.
They call me.
How many you do a year? How many do you do a year?
I literally do 30 in the
Baby, I do 100 every year.
And I've said what I
do
did in the last 2 months.
I do 100 per year.
And I just came on the team.
I'm a big dog.
By the end of the year,
I love my sister. I love my sister, but you're not going to divide us.
But you can't deny
Yo, that was wildly disrespectful to that man and her at the same time. Then try to circle around, yeah, you know, you my sister. I'm like, you just completely disrespected me. Now I'm your sister. Hey, bro, I swear that's why arguing with liberals can be kind of crazy, because they'll insult you and then try to say, but let's unite after I call you an idiot and all that.
The real thing is going to be, we need to really talk about black people in 4 years. What are we going to get in 4 years? Let's not talk about the criminal. Let's not talk about the charges. 4 years.
Keep talking.
What are we
Keep going.
What is Harris promising black people in 4 years?
That was
my nigga. My nigga. What's that man's name, bro? Come on, bro. My nigga. Like, oh my God. My brother. I'm sorry. Let me stop using that word. My brother. You a real one.
Let's get the next person up.
I understand what
don't ever do that with me, though. Don't ever do that with me. You'll get your friend embarrassed. Play with your little friends.
Sweetheart, you embarrassed yourself with that. It's crazy in our black community where we act a fool and then we pretend like we're winning. Like, we'll literally act a complete ass and then pretend like we're winning, pretend like we're in the right. And it's just like, are you serious? You so unprofessional you just acted? Like, bro, that was unhinged. It was like you just went off the deep end with that. Went completely left, just got completely emotional and didn't even let bros try to talk. You talked over him the entire time. It was like, what? Does it sound like you respect different opinions?
I would never be embarrassed.
Yeah, I just want to speak Christian community. As a Christian, I'm actually very disappointed in some of their point of views, including the abortion rights. I've heard a couple of conversations, people saying that a man can't tell me what I need to do with my body. But as a Christian, I just feel like, how can you agree with something or someone who says, when the Lord had already said, do not murder? So how can you agree with somebody who said, yeah, let's go ahead and abort, even when they have came out the womb? You know what I'm saying? And then the lady back there who said, Kara, was that your name? Who said, how can we agree with someone who said grab people by the vagina? Well, as a Christian, I'm agreeing with Trump, and I don't identify with necessarily either party, but this year I am Team Trump because of his policies. Most of the ones when I go by.
Because she's Christian and she's Southern. It sounds like she's Christian and Southern. So, yeah, if you're usually heavily Christian, that whole abortion thing don't really align with you like that. So, shout out. I can see where that was going. All right, shout out. And I don't know, what'd she say, though, in that last point about Trump?
Kara, was that your name? Who said, how can we agree with someone who said grab people by the vagina?
I mean, locker room talk. I mean, like, I've heard many people say that before. Trump ain't the first person I've heard say that. I mean, shit, I think I might have even, I mean, they said it not word for word, but I probably said it at some time. Grab him by the pussy, bro, was legendary. I don't know, bro. I was legendary.
Well, as a Christian, I'm agreeing with Trump, and I don't identify with necessarily either party, but this year I am Team Trump because of his policies. Most of the ones, when I go by line, they agree with Jesus' principles that's laid out in the Bible.
Oh, shit. Okay. She said all the Trump policies is damn near was laid out in the Bible. Like, yo, it's like Trump's policies agree with what's in the Bible in her eyes. This is what she's saying. Remember? Black woman, most liberal group.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at someone whose half of his principles is aligned with the Bible. I can't disagree with someone who is against the LGBTQIA, DEI plus agendas with men, including men, you know, playing in women's sports. I can't agree with someone who's going to, you know, do the abortion ban. Not do the abortion ban. I cannot agree with someone who's going to go ahead and take away our gun reform when in the Bible, Jesus is actually for us protecting ourselves. Somewhere in Luke, he definitely said, here's 2 swords. Okay. That is enough.
So let's let because she was talking to her in the pink, so she wanted to comment.
Wow. Didn't even acknowledge her. Just looked at her with a condescending look and be like, another Trump. Goodbye. Let me talk to the one in the pink. I'm done with you. I'm like, wow. Didn't even like responded to what she said. Didn't even interacted to what she said. Just completely ignored a black Trump supporter and just said, you know what? Didn't even try to convert her. She just dismissed her. And what did she start off on? She started off on, oh, we're going to try to convert some people. We're going to try to actually really talk to them. We're like family. Oh, no. Okay, no. With her, you're only family if you think like her.
Come on, sister, we're running out of time.
Okay, the first thing God called us to do is love.
Correct.
And I think a lot of our speech, yes, 100% has been inflammatory, but he's called us to love and not judge.
Correct.
Second thing God gave us is free will. It's not up to us to decide the cost of somebody's sins and how we're going to act out this person.
I'm sorry, lady, you're not wearing a bra. And I don't know why, like, bro. I can't trust anything she say right now. Like, lady, you're on public TV, you're not wearing a bra. She's on TV and she's obviously conservatively dressed. So anything you saying at this point, I can't hear it. I can't hear it about God.
It's punishment.
Like, you're not even wearing a bra.
So when you sit there
it's
and
crazy.
say that Trump's policies align with Jesus Christ, do you hear his speech?
Let me know when she's done talking, chat. I'm just gonna look at the chat.
But God says in the Bible, judge a man by his fruits. His fruits. Hold on. Please don't talk over me. His fruits are inflammatory. His fruits are rotten. So please don't disrespect my Jesus Christ like that. Okay, my family was and let me also go back.
You're respecting your Jesus Christ right now with your nipples out on live television. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say, G. I can't believe what some of these religious black women will get up here and say and how they will dress. Talk about don't disrespect my Jesus. I'm like, she didn't disrespect your Jesus. Like, bro, and you see how crazy these liberals get? They can't even respect somebody else's opinion. Not only did she was dismissive of her, but the next lady up next to her got to lecture her about her own religion. Like, bro, she read the Bible just like you. She quoted the Bible just like you. Why can't you respect that? She sees that it aligns with Trump and you don't see that. That's perfectly fine. But you don't got to sit there and start crying at her and being disrespectful towards her because you're an older woman. And she's low-key playing that older black woman card right now on her. Because in the black community, we do believe in respecting our elders. Like, believe it or not, we do. So when the elders come at us a little bit viciously, we do kind of, draw back a little bit.
A little bit more. My family was very instrumental. And let me also say, my family was very instrumental.
Can you talk to them and not come at her? Like, that's very, what are you doing here?
No. Is this mic on? Can people hear me?
I feel like it wasn't either. But go ahead. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
And I'm also saying this as a person whose family was instrumental in founding the AME church.
Man, shout out droning in the scenery, bro. Appreciate you, big dog. Bible is not feminist BS. And yes, the way she's dressing is feminist, but I'm so happy I got this framed in a way where y'all can't see this disrespect, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
I don't know where your relationship with God went wrong, and I'll retract that because I can't judge where you're.
Your relationship with God went wrong because you're a Trump supporter. The craziness, the disrespect of other people just because they don't believe in the same thing you do. We're talking about politics, not religion. Y'all read the same damn book. That is wildly disrespectful to say. That's what I'm saying. These liberals, low-key, are disrespectful people. That's why I'm gonna be real with you. When people be liberals, it kind of make me like, and not all liberals are like this, but the ones they show on YouTube and TV are very disrespectful, low-key, for some reason. They have a vitriol towards anybody with a difference of opinion. And like, what's going on here? Like, why can't you just, like, bro, just cause she's a Trump supporter, she's disrespecting her like she's not another black woman.
But I think you need to go back to the Bible a little bit more and have some one-on-one time with him to really think about whether the person that you're calling to represent this country actually represents Jesus Christ, or whether he's actually thwarting Jesus' word.
You said that
that girl wanted to punch her. I ain't even gonna lie. That girl wanted to punch her. I know black women, and if you in there like that, Faye, look, she only composed herself because, man, then they ain't out in the street. But oh Lord, yeah, she wanted to hit her. She was like, man, you know, I wonder if I could just real quick, and would I get away with it?
I'm disrespecting Jesus Christ. But what is disrespectful when he is the one who creates life? I think anybody who's a Christian can say he is the end all be all. He is the Alpha and Omega. He is the only one responsible for life. So what is disrespectful to the Lord Jesus Christ is him giving you a baby and giving you life, and you dropping it at his feet saying, I don't want it, because you don't want to control who you having sex with. If you do not want to have a baby with somebody that you don't want a baby with, you don't need to be having sex with that person. Maybe you need to close your legs.
40.
Maybe that's what you need to do, because you just don't want to be responsible with your body count. You want to use the I don't want a man telling me what to do with my body as an output and as an excuse. But that is not. You telling me I'm disrespectful and I need to revisit. Maybe you need to revisit.
Okay, so we can relax. We wanted to pass. We got
relevant conversation.
How is it irrelevant if we're talking about policies?
Sis, hold on. Because the people can't hear. Let's let him.
Man, not this gay. It's always the gay dudes. It's always the gay. I like gay people. I like the conservative gays. You know, I'm be real with you, because the liberal one, like, bro, like, why are you snapping at a young woman? Like, bro, check your fucking voice. You're a man. No man is raising his damn voice at a woman like that. Like, what are you doing? That's why you're I almost got myself canceled.
Relevant because there's this such thing called separation between church and state. Your religious beliefs, if you will just let me finish.
If you could lower your voice down and talk in a calm manner, like I said, you're a man and she's a woman, so don't talk to her like you're a woman.
Your religious beliefs do not supersede my right as an American to not subscribe to that if I so choose.
I mean, I do have them in my family. I mean, like, there are gay people in my family. Like, why would I hate gay people? Why would I hate gay people? I just don't like gay people like this who think it's okay to, like, raise their voice at women and fight women. Like, they're really gays who treat women like they men or something. Like, there's gay people who do that, and I don't like them. And with this guy, I'm not going to say that he hits women or treats them like that, but the way he's raising his voice at another woman is wild. It's wild. And it does show a lack of masculinity, but, you know, it does contribute to his sexuality, I guess.
The government is not inside my bedroom. The government shouldn't be inside your bedroom. What you do between you and God, you'll...
DDL standards on the switch up. I'm weak. You said DDL standards on the switch up. I'm weak. Man, appreciate you droning in the scenery, man. Appreciate that. Man, don't worry. We keep going. Let's go. Oh, no. Come on now. No. He ain't standing on business. He's carrying on the same work the girl in the pink did. This coming at her because she's a Trump supporter and insulting her based on her knowledge of the religion. And, bro, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. So where is he cooking? They're just trying to get disrespectful towards anybody who's a Trump supporter. That's really what they're doing here. Like, if y'all can't see that, I don't know what's going on here.
Sort it out when you go seek salvation later. But for the government to try and sort that.
Bro, she read the Bible. This is why I hate. All right, chat, bro. Look, I like Christian religion, bro. But in my community, bro, some black Christians be the worst. I'm gonna be rude. I'm just gonna fucking say, bro. Black Christians be the worst, bro. They be the most condescending, the most narcissistic, the most uppity, sadity, the fucking worst. And then it be the gay ones that be the wildest ones, I promise you. But sometimes they be the worst people, bro. They do not exude any qualities of Jesus or any of the 7 virtues that are in the Bible, bro. It kills me sometimes. Not all black Christians, but god damn it, y'all be the worst, bro.
That out through law makes no sense because this is not, everyone in this country is not Christian.
Well, one thing about it, no, because when I first came up here, I said, as a Christian, I'm disappointed in the Christian's point of view.
Please don't disrespect me or yourself.
What, nigga? She didn't disrespect herself. She spoke out. She's giving her opinion, and you're raising your voice at her. You're over talking her. Like, what's going, bro? Even this dude over here is like, bro, I hope young Jock is putting his head down. Like, bro, why are you trying to be this, like, disrespectful towards a woman? Like, why are you trying to insult her because of her religion? Even this woman, this dude over here, you could tell he got the masculinity here. But this man, bro, everybody looking at dude like, bro, what are you doing? Like, come on now. You're trying to really come at a woman off her religion. It was okay when the woman was doing it, but now that a man's doing it now, it's just pathetic.
Okay? Please do not.
The way you just did by saying that you're for killing the baby when you said don't murder, that disrespect? Is that the same disrespect we're talking about?
Now, wait a minute. Okay. Deaconess Figaro said, let's let everybody have
Figaro. Go ahead.
Let's let everybody have, Deaconess. Let him finish his point.
He's
and
a
then
deacon?
We gotta let somebody.
Oh my, he's a deacon? When we start, y'all lucky we're not on Rumble, bro. Y'all lucky we're not on Rumble, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Else come up.
I didn't know when that become a thing. I don't know. When did them types become, deacons in the churches?
All of that is wonderful. Mm-hmm. You should sort that out with your church. You should not be sorting that out with government officials. Because guess what? There are people who also interpret the Bible to say that it justified your enslavement. That justifies you being mistreated as a black person.
Well,
based on their...
It's not a misinterpretation. In the book of Deuteronomy, it literally says that. Like, what are you talking about? It's not a misinterpretation. If you just read it word by word, that's literally what it says. Nobody lying about that, G. Nobody lying. And shout out Robert Downs, man, for the $5 super chat, bro. We appreciate you. Too many hypocrites when it comes to religion. God is love. Love isn't God. I love that statement. No, bro. You know, when people make such real statements like that, man, I gotta shout you out, dog. I just gotta shout you out because Robert, I gotta give it to you. Not a lot of people know that. A lot of people like to really complicate what God is, and if they really simplify it to just that, I'm telling you, they live a lot simpler life. I promise, man. It'd be a whole lot more easier just to align yourself like with your morals and ethics instead of reading the Bible where you can interpret it any way you want. And I don't like that. I really don't. That's why people kind of respect the Quran a little bit more because there's like not solidified. This is what they do. There is no, interpret it this and that way. It's like, no. Bro, back in the day, and the Bible said you couldn't be gay, right? Now in the day, they'll go like, well, if that's just how it's interpreted, but if you interpret it this way, it's like, bro, what are you talking about?
Do you want that?
My bad, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Codified into law? No. So if you don't want that codified into law on the other side, you should probably just take your religious beliefs and have them inside of your house of faith.
I can't.
So we're done. Hold on. We're moving on.
I just want to make one
No. I can't because they're literally having me. We got to move on. We got to move on.
And you got to respect me. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I can get up in here real quick because I was respecting her authority. If she has authority, there's no need for you to jump in when somebody else is speaking. You have been on 10 since we've been in here. You need to take your emotions out of it because I am listening.
Here we go, man. And black people, once again, can't get in a place together and have a civil conversation because one side is being a little bit conceited and narcissistic, and the other side trying to be passionate, but the other side sitting so high up on their high horse, they just, at this point, sniffing their own farts at this point. I could probably just say they had to head up their ass. Sorry about that one.
To everybody else's opinion, it's you who need to take your authority out.
Ooh. Welcome to the debate after the debate show. Let's move on to the next topic. I do want to touch on immigration. Y'all, it's all right, y'all. It's okay. Like, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, y'all get so paranoid. So no, it's all right. It's all right.
Sometimes furniture gets moved.
And sometimes furniture needs to get moved.
In fairness, but the Bible does say you are supposed to love God out loud. So we cannot chastise her for feeling like her vote should be reflected on her faith.
We're just moving on. Yeah, we're just moving on.
And I understood you, and I wanted to make sure everybody else understood.
Y'all like separation of church and state, though.
Well, 501c3s
we just want to move on. We just want to move on to the next. We just want to move on to the next.
Churches want to get rid of it.
Nah, Deacon just know that he just talked out of term. He like, bro, she was talking about abortion in life. Where'd you bring this around? Just because she's a Trump supporter, he brought it around to the book of Deuteronomy, where they talk about slavery and all that good stuff, and how, the slaves should love thy master and all that wild stuff in the Bible. But I'm sorry, but we all know to disavow that, right? We all know, all right. Like, come on now. There's some things you just resonate with in the Bible, and some things you don't.
Excuse me, Deaconess is talking.
But the tax exemption makes them a part of the federal government. So unless they want to get rid of their tax exemption,
they don't like law and
they're
order.
Gonna be
Do y'all like law and order or not?
I'm just saying.
The sis, brother, we want to move on to the next. Again, y'all to make sure y'all tell vote. I just want to be clear. We want to be able to have longer conversations, be able to have these conversations, but unfortunately we cannot just spend all night on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We want to get to immigration. I want to get your comment, but we want to play a quick clip on immigration because we got to switch conversations. Take a listen.
As I started off the segment, I said white supremacist culture will weaponize them. I always put the blame on white supremacist culture because they use immigration as a form to undermine us.
Well, for a country that claims to be...
They use immigration to undermine us and all this other good stuff, and I'm just like, dog... The culture of the black communities will undermines it. It has nothing to do with white supremacy at this point. So yeah, I need to get off that point. Once we change our culture and who we look up to and what we aspire to be in the black community, that's when things change. There are people who are good apples, but there's not enough of them. You feel me? All right, good. Because blaming this stuff on white supremacy is getting a little bit tired. It doesn't bring any results. But when we turn it on ourselves, you know what? That seems to get some shit done. I ain't gonna lie.
Be a nation of immigrants, you would think it'd be an easier process for Congress to make it where people can go from being undocumented citizens to being documented ones, right?
It is a slap in the face that we as citizens of the United States of America do not have the resources and support, but you're going to bring people who are not citizens here in our community, in our buildings that we pay taxes for, that you took away from us.
Yeah. Most of the immigrants I know that came here have come from absolutely nothing and have never accepted handouts. So while you're sitting here talking all of this nonsense about how these migrants literally are taking everything from you,
I mean, yeah, when you drop a bunch of people off here and you give them, debit cards, you give them EBT and free housing, or, you give them Frontline and Section 8, yeah, they are taking away positions, they're taking away their taxpayer money, jobs. A lot of things are taken away from the people. And, usually women like this aren't educated enough on the subject to speak on it. And they end up sounding very disrespectful and, and damn near dehumanizing other people's problems or their suffering. That's detrimental to their way of life.
That's not going to make your life better.
Thoughts on immigration?
So I was born here. Before anybody asked me for my birth certificate, I was born here. But my mother and my father are from the Caribbean. So they are immigrants in this country. They didn't take, first of all, they're black immigrants. So the idea that Donald Trump is questioning VP Harris's race, Jamaicans are some of the blackest people I know. So let's start with that. Also, I think it's important that when we're talking about immigration, there's several things that's wrong with
Dog, Jamaican, okay, man, maybe I need to, look, I'm Caribbean, right? I was born in America, but my family, both sides were born in Guyana. So when he says this, I'm like, dog, when my family came here, one, it was off the merit of my grandfather, and two, bro, there was really no help. There was no help. The help was getting into America, and then after that, there you go. You're done. That's all you get. You get thrown into a better economy. That's all the help you get. That's all we got. Now, these people is different. Bro, they're getting thrown in with support that's coming from the taxpayers. Back when we came over, bro, those white men would have never gave anything to black people, bro. We've had the same white men in government when we when we came over. Oh my God, bro, these immigrants would be homeless. Like that. Actually, they'd have been pushed out. They'd have been like, no, we can't even keep you here because we're not going to support you with taxpayer money. But that's what this administration is doing for some reason. So it is a bit strange. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Because this all happened under Biden. Like, black people are suffering in their own neighborhood because of Biden. Like, bro, come on now, guys. Come on. What Trump say? Look, let's try something new.
Immigration in this country.
Let's try something new, guys.
The Republican Party, because they have no ideas, they like to pit people against one another.
Yes. Oh, and that's one other point. Appreciate you, Christian, for saying that. Because, bro, all these other Caribbean countries, bro, we came over there with already Christian beliefs. We already had the Christian belief in us. These Haitians are coming in with no Christian beliefs. Like when Mexicans came into the border, most of Mexico was Catholic, Christians basically. So when they come here, it's easy for them to assimilate. It's easy for them to understand our way of life because they want to live a Christian lifestyle the same way we do. When you bring over other races, we don't know what they practice. We don't know what they do. We don't know how they live, how they were living back in their day. We don't even know what type of diseases they're coming over with, and we're just letting them in.
So they use people coming here from other countries that they have intentionally destabilized, right? Why are these people coming to America? And it's Democrats too. Under Democratic administrations, U.S. foreign policy causes people from Central and South America to come here because we have destabilized their countries.
Brother, so that's not a good excuse. Just because we destabilize their country doesn't mean we need to bring them in. First off, we need to smack our government in the head and be like, stop it. Stop destabilizing their country. Let them eat off their own resources. And then we're going to send them back to there so they can have some type of economy. Like, not taking them in. That does nothing for these countries, bro. Like, immigration does not solve no problems. Not for it low-key destroys our country and it just further wrecks the other country.
Intentionally go all the way back to Ronald Reagan. Okay, this is nothing new. So the idea that we are saying, oh, they're bringing all these people here. Well, if America minded its own business and wouldn't go stirring up shit in other people's countries, those people would probably stay where they were at.
Thoughts on immigration?
Yeah. So as it relates to immigration, I think it's a really, really really funny subject, right? The very folks that say year over year that they can't give resources, right, or reparations and everything else to Black Americans in all the blue cities across America, they found a way to give immigrants, illegal immigrants, hundreds of millions of dollars in cities like Chicago. Most recently in states like California, the state Senate passed a bill to grant 0% interest loans, zero down, plus $150,000, I believe it's a tax credit. Oh. The reality in this situation is that there is a group of folks that under the Biden-Harris administration have been brought into this country to offset the vote. And that is a legitimate issue for Black Americans today, and we need to deal with it. And oh, by the way, in the process of that, we've got undocumented terrorists that have come into this country that have put our nation at risk. And I have a legitimate issue with that.
Biggest people on the terrorist watch list are white supremacists.
Well, I want to piggyback
every
off
terrorist agency.
Wait, what did he say? Well, hold on, dog. The biggest terrorist in the group is white supremacists. So if I look at the FBI most wanted list, I'm gonna find a bunch of white supremacists. Are you sure about that, G? Like, are you sure? Cause like, let's be real. I don't think I'm gonna find a whole bunch of white supremacists. If anything, I think I'm gonna find a whole lot of cartel members and triad members, and actually, like I am now. I'm finding mostly Hispanic people on the FBI most wanted list, and one African man. Wait, hold on, is that a white guy? Oh yeah, there is one white guy on there, but no. To be honest with you, it would be mostly the Mexicans who are the. Well, if you want to go for the most wanted list, say the most dangerous threat to America, yeah, it's kind of filled up with, the cartel members. Let's keep it real. They're the ones who are importing the fentanyl and all that. I don't think it's whites. No. Trust me. Like, the biggest threat to this nation is not white supremacy because, well, let's be real, it's not. It's just not, dog. Like, what do whites care thinking that they're the best? What does that honestly, how does that honestly hurt us? Like, no, let's be real. Like, it may hurt your feelings, but how does it hurt us? Like, think about it. There's black supremacists. We don't talk about them. Asians have a supremacy problem. We don't talk about them. And it don't hurt us. So to say white supremacists is the number one problem or a leading terrorist group, no. The leading terrorist group would be, well, the cartel.
In the United States says that the biggest threat to America is white supremacists, actually.
Okay, well, to piggyback off that, just discussing the resources, as a former foster child, had I aged out, I would have only left the orphanage with a garbage bag full of clothes, and they would have given me a $700 check a month and told me good luck. So I think that it's disgusting, a spit in the face to kids like me who didn't ask to be born into the situations that we were born into, that we would never be able to qualify for the resources that are literally being given to somebody else. Additionally, let's talk about the reasoning why they're coming over here, because we keep talking about the type of people that are coming over here. Let's look about the reasoning why they're even letting them coming over here. Black people are no longer fearing that the Republicans are going to take away our right to vote. These voter suppression arguments are no longer working. Yet if you can threaten an entire demographic of people, it's at 10 million now. We can only imagine what it would be in the next 4 years if this woman wins this office. In which case, now if you tell that large of a demographic of people that they will lose all of their benefits and their citizenship if they were to vote for a Republican, you can guarantee that you now have a new loyal voting base. So in the same way that black people have been prioritized last, every time we're prioritized first during campaign season, prioritized last during an administration. We're going to go see us be kicked out of the room. We won't even be on the list once these migrants have come over here. There's already 10 million. There's only 49 million of us here.
Facts,
There's only 49 million of us here. Yep. And then if you think about the voter apathy that exists within the black community, there's not 49 million of us voting. But you can guarantee every single one of those illegals who can get out there and vote is gonna go vote.
Well, when we have more time,
they're not U.S. citizens.
Yeah. They're literally voting in our elections.
The left is working to make them citizens.
Not even just make them citizens. They're getting IDs as soon as they get over here.
Are they illegal or are they not?
They're illegals, and they're voting in our elections.
They can't be one or the other. They gotta be. Are they illegal or not?
Should they be citizens or not? So should they be citizens or not?
We're talking about.
Well, they got over here in a way what we consider illegally. They kind of went to the border, and this is how the border agents explained it. When they went to the border, they lock them up, and then they release them into America, and then they give them a court date and said they're supposed to come back. You heard what I said? Yes. The Border Patrol is going to go to the immigrants, arrest them, bring them back to the station, let them out into America with a court date, and expect them to come back. Like, yeah, that's what they're doing.
About this election right now.
The should is what's driving the vote. The should is what's driving the vote.
Michaela, I would like to ask you a question.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Foster care in which state?
California. The same California that is giving $150,000
can I ask you
to
this?
illegal migrants. But if my sister, who just aged out of foster care 2 years ago, she wasn't
Hold on, wait a minute. I agree with giving black Americans the money first, but I do want to ask you this because, again, this is where this Republican talking point always gets me confused. You were aged out at what age?
No, I didn't age out. I was adopted. Okay. I'm talking about the people who don't.
Okay, but when you said wasn't born, didn't ask to be born in the situation they were.
Yeah, like my mom was on crack and my dad was in and out of prison. Right. That's not a situation I should have to pay for yet for whatever reason. But the government didn't feel bad enough for me to give me or my family those resources and then leave immigrants.
Ma'am,
it's a point.
Ma'am, I just want to know when I hear the Republican talking point.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back.
A minute. I agree with giving black Americans the money first, but I do want to ask you this because, again, this is where this Republican talking point always gets me confused. You were aged out at what age?
No, I didn't age out. I was adopted. Okay. I'm talking about the people who don't.
Okay, but when you said wasn't born, didn't ask to be born in the situation they were.
Yeah, like my mom was on crack and my dad was in and out of prison. Right. That's not a situation I should have to pay for yet for whatever reason. But the government didn't feel bad enough for me to give me or my family those resources and then leave immigrants.
Ma'am.
It's a point.
Ma'am.
Great point.
I just want to know, when I hear the Republican talking point, I just want to know when they say, pull your...
And shout out to Robert Downs, man. I appreciate you and what you are doing here, man. Voices matter, bro. And hey, man, I appreciate you for supporting the show and all that good stuff, bro. Hey, appreciate you, Robert, bro, because... Bro, I gotta get it out there, man. Because, look, I just can't keep letting people think that, look, this is how all black people think. This is how we all think. Because it's starting to get like that. And they're starting to think we're all liberal. Like, and now I'm a black conservative, low-key looking at the situation right now, and I'm just like, come on now. Can we at least debate or argue in good faith And like, here's the problem. They can't deny the fact that the Trump supporters have great points. You cannot deny the fact when these Trump supporters speak, they're making sense and they don't like it. Like, and then they got to speak out, get angry, bro. You see how, bro, wide his eyes were? He was like, and if you would read your Bible more, I'm like, oh my God. And I said it more manly with more bass in my voice than he did. So, man, look, it's kind of crazy what these liberals are kind of doing to these conservative blacks. They're basically letting us know that conservative blacks don't have a voice in, well, our own community. It'd be like that, though. Don't matter.
Yourself about the bootstraps.
I did
when
that.
They say, I didn't.
They're going to hear me regardless.
I'm talking about to people that didn't, who were born, because we talked about this before, people that were born with incarcerated parents, people that are born in destitute situations, because your brother would always say, you have an opportunity to get, I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying, what do you say to the Republican that says that despite the situation you were born in, because none of that is systematic, none of it matters, I'm giving the opposing side, none of it matters, pull yourself up by the bootstrap, you're not a victim, don't be a victim, don't cry. What is your answer to a lot of conservatives that say, regardless of the situation you were born in, that you didn't ask to be born in, I'm not talking about immigration, I'm talking about Black Americans. Yeah. What is your answer to that? Because Republicans say all the time to stop being a victim and to pull yourself up. I genuinely believe.
What the hell? How did you? Hold on here. She moved the goalposts. We were talking about immigration, and she made a great point. Like, yo, I was an orphan and I didn't get nothing. Look, if America should be helping anybody, shouldn't I get like a 9,000 EBT card, free housing, and all this support? Like, shouldn't I get that? And instead of validating her point and being like, you're right, the Biden administration did cause this, they are low-key disrespecting Black America, so you're right. Instead of saying that, she's like, so don't you have that pick you up by the bootstrap mentality? I'm like, what did that have to do with immigration? Then she'd be like, oh, I want to talk about this. I'm like, but that has nothing to do with policies.
Believe that once you stop believing that everything is set up against you and that you can't win,
but just a minute ago you said it was set up against you because they didn't ask to be born in the situation.
They were asked to be born into this situation, yet for whatever reason they're not offered the same resources that somebody else who also.
The conservatives say pull yourself up by the bootstrap. They say don't worry about resources. Conservatives say don't worry about resources. They say don't worry about it regardless if the parent was born on crack.
Democrats being in power, ma'am. Again, we're talking about context.
I'm not.
Yeah, on God, though. That's what I'm saying, is like the context of the conversation you're taking out of proportion. She does have that pick yourself by the bootstrap mentality. She's just saying that, yo, I did that. She did that. She picked herself by the bootstraps and she became successful. She did that. But she's saying that, well, in comparison to how these immigrants are getting it, to how we're getting it, isn't that a little like, you know, not a slap in the face to the Black community? The fact that, you know, we had hella children that were born in terrible positions and shit, the government ain't helped them like they're helping these people. I mean, shouldn't that rub you the wrong way? Why are you trying to change it? Oh, well, shouldn't you have that pick yourself out of bootstrap mentality? Basically, she's saying you're supposed to have that mentality so you can't make that argument. Like, what are you saying?
No, we're talking about context. Okay. Conservatives say all the time.
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps,
including this
correct?
brother.
Correct.
Pull yourself.
Okay.
So I'm saying regardless
if the
of whose
Democrats
daddy
are
was
willing
on
to
crack,
help these people pull themselves up by the bootstraps,
I didn't ask you that.
They should be willing to help others pull themselves up by the bootstraps.
That's right, but I didn't ask you that.
Now, this isn't a Republican talking point because Republicans wouldn't give it to anybody.
Right, I know.
Okay, so there's that. I came up, I didn't have to get any of that, and yet I walked into a six-figure job. I dropped out of college and did the same thing, raising my daughter by myself. I don't believe that telling yourself things aren't going to work out for me or, oh my God, I have messed up. Once you believe that is your life.
I'm not talking about belief.
You tell yourself, I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
We got that, but I'm just saying people that born, I just want to see your opinion on people that born into
I went to the illustrious Clark Atlanta University and they told me to find a way or make one. So anybody born in any situation will do just that.
Then there's no point in talking about that destitute situation.
It is.
Let's move on.
Because right now people are being allocated resources.